just getting back into be a product of the product. Is that what they say? Like start using it more, so I start sharing it more. And with that will come the other blessings, I believe. I'm like you, Chrissy, I can't live without, there's certain products I just can't live without.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Tina, do you want to talk, or are you busy? Are you just listening?
Mostly I'm listening. That's why my camera's off, because I'm sort of all over the place. But I'm Tina Tabor. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm here today just to hear what y'all have got going on. I feel like I've been a little bit out of the loop lately. I've got a daughter graduating from high school in about 6 weeks, and so life is a little bit crazy around here.
That's so fun. Jessica, just tell us your name.
What?
Just tell us your name and one thing, just so people see who's here.
Okay, I'm Jessica Ward. What one thing am I telling you?
I love it, Jessica!
I know, I love seeing your face.
Thanks.
What one thing?
Just what you like about doTERRA, or why you're here today, or something.
Because Melissa won't stop bugging me. Holy cow.
Yes! That's why everyone's here.
Right? No.
Stop texting me.
No, I'm kind of new to doTERRA, but not really. So I did it for years ago, but never like really wholeheartedly. And then so then Melissa, like I said, just never stops bothering you. So I got started again a couple months ago. And I love it. So I'm trying to be more serious about it. And Melissa is a good person to kind of make you more serious about it, because she like really lives it. So I'm trying to just learn from her and everyone she knows.
Yay, I'm glad we have an excuse to see each other now, Jessica.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to start bugging you now, too.
Okay, I'm excited.
Okay, who else is here that hasn't? Danica?
Danica.
Just say for 30 seconds something about yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you in your bathroom office?
Yep. I'm joining you from the bathroom at
Give us a
the
scan
hospital.
around.
What's that?
Give us a scan around.
Oh, let's see. How do I do it?
Oh, I want to scan that. Yeah, what an office.
I've been in that bathroom before.
I enrolled 2 people from here last week on my lunch break.
Good. Awesome.
And I think everyone knows me.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, this is going a little off script, but I want to tell you guys that I just walked in. I'm not sure. Should I look this way or this way?
That way.
Where are you guys seeing me? Here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just walked in. I'm seeing myself both ways. I just did an appointment with a lady who I'll tell you, some of you know who she is, so I don't know anyway. It's Mrs. Bullock from the Excelsior. She was Canyon's teacher last year. I never would have gone to her house or met her or seen her baby or eaten her German chocolate cake, and it was so fun. I was like, I am getting paid to go meet new people and talk to them about their health issues, and I am on a high. I loved it. So fun. And I just felt like on the way home, I was like, I should pinch myself. This is so fun. And honestly, so easy. It was so easy. Does that sound condescending to say that? What I mean is that it's easy, is that it literally from start to finish took me 1 hour of my life. I didn't have to clean my house. I didn't have to have a hair pad. I didn't have to give her any samples. I didn't have to do anything. All I did was drove to her house, sat and ate this really delicious cake that she made me. It was so good. It was so good. And I talked to her about her health concerns, and she felt really validated and excited. I mean, she's been through the medical system like crazy. Her husband's really sick, and to have somebody really sit there and spend 40 minutes asking her about her medical concerns I think she felt really validated and understood, you know, right now, especially there in the VA system, it's like tell me one concern and get out of here and take your piece of paper, you know? And she's super frustrated with it. So I loved it. I felt like it was so fun. And I'm loving this new Emerge style of doTERRA. So what I wanted to start with today is, have you ever, sorry, Mom, this is kind of about you, but I mean all women with a bunch of kids, and I'm sure I will turn into this as well. But have you ever, your mom's like, okay, we're having a barbecue on Saturday. And then 2 days later, she calls you back and she's like, okay, we're having a barbecue on Saturday. Then 2 days later, she calls you back. Okay, you're like, Mom, you've already told me twice. But you start feeling like you
I
have
don't remember doing that. That's all I can say.
do that all the
I'm doing it too. That's what I'm trying to say is I feel like there's so many people that I'm trying to get excited and trying to teach about this that, you know, you start repeating yourself. So if I'm repeating myself and you've already heard all this spill, just humor me one more time and we'll get on with it next time. But I want to make sure, I think some people today have not heard my spill. So can you guys humor me for one more time?
Sure.
Okay, so Emerge is a system that I bought into, and honestly, I'm not trying to sell it. I can teach you how to do it, or you can take the class. There's all sorts of options. But I am so impressed with, and all it is, it has nothing to do with doTERRA. It's not something anyone from doTERRA has created. This girl's from like Cutco Knives. But the system is that you're sitting down with people, you're talking about their health concerns, you're only showing them 2 kits. You keep it crazy simple. You try to have the whole thing happen in just 30 minutes. And honestly, it is so much more rewarding and connecting. I really feel connected to that girl I just hung out with. I felt like it was fun, like it was a social thing I got to go do. And I sold her a kit. And I'm going back next Thursday to help her get on LRP. And it just feels so natural. Stuff to me that has felt so hard is all of a sudden feeling super rewarding, super fun. And I'm so excited. Can you guys tell I'm excited?
Yes.
for you. That's great.
So, and it was so easy. Honestly, I Facebook Messenger, and this is the script that Emerge teaches, but you know, feel free to take it on your own. The girl that teaches Emerge wants us to teach our team. She does not expect everybody to go sign up for her training. So the script is, okay, what I usually do is I set up a 30-minute appointment. We go over you and your family's health concerns and goals. I'll tell you a little bit about the company. I'll show you our most popular kits. There's no pressure to buy, but if you see something that you like, of course, I'll help you order it.
Is that something you'd be open to?
Oh, yeah. Is that something you'd be open to? I texted that to her, and she's like, sure. What do I have to do? And I said, well, we can either meet at my house, your house, or Starbucks. And she was like, oh, do you love coffee and cake? It was so cute. And I was like, well, I do love cake. So I went over to her house, had cake. You get to their house. You sit down with them for just a second. You try to learn one thing about them. So people like me can obviously get into talking with them and let the time get away, right? So if you're an extrovert, you're supposed to only talk to them about one item and then move into the presentation. If you're an introvert, you have to talk to them about one thing before you can start, right? So you kind of connect with them for a minute, but you want to get into the sales presentation more quickly and then you know, catch up and do your social situation later. And today I was better about that because I knew I had to get home and get to this. But I did. I don't know her very well. She was just my son's teacher at school, so I don't know her that well. So I did probably spend, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes eating cake and talking about Germany. And she actually already had some oils and blah, blah, blah. But so then I went right into my presentation, and then you say, okay, you know, and then you restate the agenda, so you're basically professionally saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what I have. And so then you say, okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about you and your family's health concerns or health goals. I'm going to tell you a little bit about doTERRA. I'm going to show you our most popular kits. My part takes about 30 minutes. There's no pressure to buy, but if you see something you like, so I'm honestly just repeating exactly what I said in the invite, right? It's the exact same thing again. Then I said, what are your health concerns? And a lot of people have the situation where they say, oh, we're really healthy. And you're like, well, give me more, you know. Or honestly, everybody I've ever done it on has given me at least 3 things. I mean, they kind of know when you come in that that's what you're going to do, right? So they've probably prepared a few things. So a girl I did last week at Matt's work, she said, I have allergies and I have stress and I don't know. She gave me 3. And then you say, okay, what else? Okay, tell me more. Okay, what else? And you keep digging. And how many people in your life say that to you? Tell me more. I mean, unfortunately, my husband doesn't. You know, even the people you love best don't want to hear more from you. They're like, okay, that's enough. Especially about your health. So in saying to people, tell me more, come on, tell me more. They feel heard and they feel validated, and people love to talk about themselves, right? So you make it about them. Tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And if they only tell you 1, 2, or 3 things, then you keep soaking them. Tell me more. And then you would say, well, who else do you live with? Or who else? It's kind of awkward. I don't know how to say who else is in your family, because one guy we did it with isn't married and doesn't have any kids. And anyway, so think about how to say politely, who else are you taking care of? Or who else's health are you worried about? Or something like that, where maybe you can get on to the rest of their family, you know? So you go through their family, and then if they still, most people, I mean, this girl gave me like 15 things. So then I stopped saying, tell me more, right? I was like, okay. And then
Is he done?
But if they only if they only give you 3 things, do you guys like our Dr. Pepper machine? That's natural solution.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay, so if people only give you 3 and you don't get to at least 5 health concerns,
Clinic, yes.
then you would say, Matt, can you mute yourself, please?
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
Just tap the screen, and in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a mic. Tap your screen, there's a mic, hit it, and it'll say mute. Thanks. Okay, can you guys hear me still?
Yep.
Oh, here's Brighton coming home from her birthday party. Come here, Lovey. Come sit in my lap, and then you can tell me all about it after. Okay.
Hi, Brighton.
Hi, Grammy.
Okay, so if you get to a point where they've still only given you 3, oh wait, am I having feedback again?
No.
Okay, if you get to a point where they've only given you 3 things, then you could say, well, some people have da-da-da, or some people have da-da-da, or is that something, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, like sleep. A lot of people have trouble with sleep, right? So you'd say, do you or any of your kids have trouble sleeping? And especially, I like to say things that are easy home runs with doTERRA, right? Does anybody have a rash? I think someone's knocking on the doorbell. I just heard the doorbell. Run check. Just go answer the door. Or you could say, what else? Do you have, I don't know. What's another thing that's really easy to cure with the doTERRA that a lot of people struggle with?
Stomach problems, digestion, stuff like that. Digestion issues.
Yeah, anybody in your family have digestive issues? That's an easy one.
Inappropriate to suggest things that don't have to do with healing, like cleaning.
Oh, absolutely. Are you interested in natural ways to clean your house? Or are you interested in reducing your toxic load by getting some of these chemicals out of your house? That is a huge one, and that's super easy. Everybody says yes to that, right? Even if they're not that interested. They don't want to be like, no, I love chemicals.
I love cleaning.
I love to clean. That's what I'm always saying. So yeah, and then those are easy ones, right? You just say, well, some people have issues with this or blah, blah, blah. So you're trying to at least get to 5 or 6 things, right? Then you go through their list. Then you go through the top 10 oils, and you somehow trace it back to their issues, right? then if, let's say someone said allergies, sleep, and pain, and I get to oregano probably doesn't go to one of their issues, right? So then I would just quickly say, well, oregano is an antibacterial. I use it for blah, blah, blah. Or some people use it for blah, blah, blah. I always say, I use it for da, 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 da. And then I move on. So I've still talked about it, but I haven't spent a ton of time on it. I don't ever skip one of the top 10 oils. But if it doesn't go back to their thing, I'm going to spend less time on it so I can spend more time on them and their issues, right? The whole thing about Emerge that I really love is it's team first. It's customer first. You're always thinking, how does this relate to the customer? How does this help the customer? How is this customer based? And she talks a lot about, I'm sorry that you're hearing all this, Danica, for the 19th time.
It's okay.
But she talks about how easy it is to buy these days. How many people have an Amazon membership, have it set up on one click. You can literally look something up, click it, and it comes to your doorstep. We are pre-programmed right now to buy super, super easy, and we need to make it easy for people to buy. Holly just got on, but the thing that actually really made me believe in Emerge is I called Holly one time and she said, I'm cleaning with these Norwex cloths. And in my mind, I like the brand Norwex. I have a few of their products. I like them. If somebody came and knocked on my door right now and tried to sell me Norwex, I would buy 100, maybe even they could talk me into something more. I like their product. But do I personally have time between gymnastics and preschool and football and da-da-da-da-da? Do I have time to go to their little party or event or thing? Who here goes to a party when they get invited?
Or do you want to?
I mean, I just don't show up. I want those Norwex parties. I want to go. I like the people that are going, but I just honestly don't have time. But if someone came to my house for 30 minutes on my schedule, I would buy that crap. And probably 5 other things. You know, there's 5
Norwex
things.
really works really well, by the way.
I know, it's good
Don't
product.
call it crap.
It's not crap. It's awesome.
That's right.
That's the point, right? I want to buy some, but I don't know how. And I guarantee there's people in doTERRA that feel that way. I had just talked to 2 pharmacies this week that told me that somebody walked in and bought $200 worth of doTERRA. They're buying $200 worth of doTERRA at retail, and they're only buying 5 mils. They could be getting such a better deal if I would just go knock on their door and set up a 30-minute appointment and talk to them, and they'd be getting better service, right? It would actually be something that they really need. Anyway, okay, that's my soapbox. So if you want to learn more about this method, I'm creating a mentor program where I can personally teach you, or we're going to kind of go over little bits and pieces in this on we're going to do first and third Thursdays at 12:30. We'll get into other stuff. It won't just be about Emerge. Danica's going to talk to us about the incentive that we just offered about the emotional aromatherapy thing, when to bring that up. And then the last few minutes that we have, I am going to do a back office tutorial. I'm just going to show you guys a few things in your back office. I feel like that's one thing that I really love is my back office. And I think it really gives you a bigger picture of how you're doing in the business. And I think a lot of people feel overwhelmed. So I'm just going to show you a few quick things to kind of see who's already under you and how they're ordering and how to check your power of 3. So hit it, Danica. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, so so once you get your initial appointment going, or once you do your appointment, they buy, then you're gonna set up the follow-up appointment right then and there. And I think that's I think we've all had people that we we sell them a kit and then they use it or they don't use it and they kind of get lost. And so this part is awesome, and I feel like it's kind of like the golden ticket almost. So you set up the follow-up appointment, and then so for the agenda for that, and you kind of do it the same way. You say when works for you. Your oils will be here in 3 to 5 days. So next, when can we do this next week? Oh, and the beauty of this is you can do it on the phone too. Like Melissa did it in person today. You can do all of this over the phone. Like those 2 appointments, those 2 enrollments I had, I didn't bring them to my bathroom office. I just did them over the phone. So you're not selling the smell, you're selling you're selling the purpose. And we totally know that the oils work. So there's no reason that they have to smell them. And so don't feel limited by that. Like, oh, they don't live by me, or, you know, I don't know when I'm going to see them. Like, you can totally do that stuff over the phone, or do a FaceTime, or however you want to do it. Set up a Zoom, that kind of stuff. So, okay, so you set up your follow-up appointment. So your agenda for that is you're going to revisit their goals, and then you're going to discuss their needs, and their wants, and create a wish list. And so this is like I feel like, you know, when you're just going through the top 10 oils, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, well, like say they need better sleep, and to be like, well, there's Serenity, and there's the Serenity capsules, and you could use Vetiver, and you could use Balance, and you could do all this stuff, you know, just besides the lavender. So this is the time you're going to totally go over all that stuff and just love on them, like show them all the products, just like let them know what's available, you know, show them all the spa products and all that kind of stuff, all the laundry detergent, like just let them know what's available from doTERRA. And so at that point, that's probably the best time to bring up, and then after that, you're going to teach them how to order properly. So how to set up their LRP, and help them set up their LRP from their wish list for the next month. And so at that time, hopefully you can tie in some of their goals or wants or needs, or you've gone over it before, and then you can bring up the, you know, just tell, you know, educate them on how good of a system LRP is, and then say, hey, we're doing this promo. You'll get the emotional oils that we talked about for free, as long as, you know, this one processes, and then you do it the next month, and just order from your wish list. So don't bring it up the first appointment, because that's going to confuse them, because you're not even going to go there about the emotional too much. Like, you want to keep it totally short and simple and to the point. So bring it up the second appointment every time. Does that make sense? Any questions?
Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so I love the follow-up is just as effective and good as like the sales conversation and the enrollment process. Like I said, I think it's awesome. And you really get to love on them some more and teach them and just show them all the stuff that you know, so many people don't realize, all the other products they don't realize that are available besides just the oils. Talk about the vitamins, because I know, like, for some of us it's going to be like torture not to talk about the vitamins the very first appointment, but you can totally do that the second appointment. So don't feel like you never get to talk about that other stuff. It'll come up for sure, and you'll definitely have that opportunity. That's all.
Thanks, Danica. Yeah, I have always been really nervous to try to get people on LRP. For some reason, that freaks me out. And so then it's kind of, doTERRA becomes a rat race, right? If you're just enrolling people but never setting them up on LRP, A, they don't really know how to use the product if they don't have to order it again. And B, there's no residual income in that. And that's, you know, that's part of the reason doTERRA is so amazing. So I have been really surprised how easy it is to go over to their house, say, okay, let's talk about some other stuff that you might want. Let's, you know, revisit your health concerns. And then, yeah, you're going deeper into the stuff that they want. And then one thing that is a script that she says is, I want to show you the easiest way to buy. And a lot of people make mistakes. How does it go exactly, Danica? You say?
I think it's like a lot of people mess this up. So I want to make sure that you know how to do it the right way.
Yeah, you like say, I want to make sure there's a lot of free stuff, and a lot of people make mistakes and miss out on their free stuff, or something like that, which is honestly true, right? How many little tiny things are you like, oh, if they just ordered 5 more, or if they just ordered monthly instead of ordering a bunch every 3 months or something. So you're just teaching them the most intelligent way to buy and showing them how to get it at the best deal. And honestly, I've been super surprised how easy it is and how much I like it. So how long have we been going? Is it about to kick us off? Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
I was thinking that you'd say something about let me show you the way you're getting the most benefit from what you're doing.
Yeah.
That education part.
Yeah, because you're gonna go through like how to log on, and you'll go through with them like how to set up their LRP and the point system and all that kind of stuff. And you can go over, you know, the products and how to use them some more and all that kind of stuff. Just totally, you know, according to what they need. But that's when you can go over the benefits specifically of like the LRP and the promotions and all that kind of stuff, so they understand it well.
I think you could show them, I mean, I don't know if you want to take them a printed copy or if you just want to show them on doterra.com how to look up products that they bought and read about them and see all the different ways and they can use them, you know, not just
Yeah.
on the bottom of their feet, but diffuse or take it internally, and it might help with something else. So that to me would have been overwhelming at the beginning, but if I would have been given a piece of paper that said this is what digestion helps with, that would have been helpful. But people are a lot more savvy on the computer than I am, so.
Well, that's
I think
another
if
thing.
they, like,
Sorry.
that's all right.
That's another thing she talks about is at that second appointment, you want to either show them an app, a book, a handout, something, and you actually, hold on, you actually don't want to just say everything from the top of your head, like, oh, dry skin, that's geranium. Then they're like, whoa, that she knows a lot and whatever. You want to seem super duplicatable and just have them watch you think of a problem and find the solution. You don't want it to come from your head because you want them to see the process of you figuring it out. Does that make sense? So you're either showing them an app, a book, if they don't have anything, you can actually just pull out the catalog. The catalog is right there. They just barely got the catalog in their new member stuff. And that's huge. You can go through the catalog, actually teaches quite a bit. So having them watch you figure it out and not just say it from memory is really powerful. They're seeing where you're getting
that essentials book a lot would say, what's your health concern that you're wanting to fix with? And you'd have them looking up that health concern and letting them turn the pages and do it. So it's the same type of thing. So, which is smart.
Yeah. How many people have you enrolled that later you're like, oh, I don't even know if they know how to log on, or I don't even know if they have ever ordered again, or I don't even know if they're using their oils. And then conversely, have you ever bought anything that you're like, ooh, I'd like to reorder this, or now I'm on some sort of auto ship and you don't know how to log on, you don't know how to buy more, you don't know how to stop buying. And that feels really frustrating, right? When you're like, I just don't know about it all. So that second appointment is truly where the magic is. And I think this sounds like a lot of work, but I've been really surprised how it's so much easier and so much. Okay, let me say one last thing and then I'll stop. I really feel like this system helps you fit doTERRA in the nooks and crannies of your life. Like I would look at this week and I would say, okay, my daughter's going to prom and I got this and my husband's birthday's coming up. I'm super busy. But if I truly write everything out on my calendar, and then what I've been doing is I first start and write my life stuff, what I'm personally doing. I'm going to exercise here. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to blah, blah, blah here. And then I put all my kids' stuff in my calendar. So I have to drive to this and I have to drive to this and I have to drive to this. Then it looks pretty full, but honestly, I would bet that everybody has 1 hour a day that they're open. And then I just put a big black square around that time in my calendar. And when she started saying use a pencil and a paper organizer or planner, I was like, oh my gosh, what are we in the 1980s? I use my phone for everything, you know? But it really has been helpful to visually see it. And she says when you're creating and you're planning, it's more of a creation mode and you want to be writing and tactile. When you're scheduling, that's more robotic and more analytical, so you can be using your phone. So as you're plugging in stuff, you can do it in your phone. But really at the beginning of the week when you're trying to see where you're free, you should be doing it on paper and pencil and making these squares where you have an hour here and an hour there and an hour here. So I've been feeling like I'm so busy. I haven't done doTERRA very much because I've been feeling so busy. But I can't believe the last month or 6 weeks, 2 months, I have an hour here and an hour there, and I can just throw an appointment in there, and it's been so fun and super rewarding. Okay. Last thing, I want you guys to put questions in the group me or call me so you know what we want to talk about next. Virginia, can you say hi to everyone real fast?
Hi.
This is Virginia. She's from San Diego. She's a voice teacher. She's crazy talented. Next week, she's going to sing for us.
Yay.
There you go. Sorry, I had to be doing stuff while I was listening because I was getting out of the shower. So of course I didn't want to be on video. And
that's fine. If you don't want people to see you, you can swipe and it'll just show your profile picture. It won't actually show you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm running to pick up my daughter. Gets out early on Thursdays and just running around.
We're done in like 3 minutes. It's going to cut us off. So I'm going to start showing you guys the back office real quick. I'm going to see if it'll let me screen share from here. Oops. Okay. Am I screen sharing? Can anyone see my screen?
No, I see you.
We see you.
Okay. Let's see if this one will let me do it. All right. I'll just do it from my phone. This app, actually, I've really liked this app as well because, if I had been talking to you guys and now I could just turn this on and enroll you really quick.
Oh, what app is it?
The Zoom. If you want to, say you want to call your neighbor in Kentucky and you want to try to enroll her. I like doing it on Zoom. It's a little more personal and fun to see people's face, and then, oh gosh, hold on, sorry. I was planning on doing it on, well, you may have to do this next. Are you guys interested in seeing your back office stuff?
Yeah, but if we'll have a couple minutes. We're not going to get very far, right?
Yeah. All right, well, I'll have that up and ready for next time. Sorry, I tried to have you guys on my computer, but the last thing that I want to challenge everybody is to get a schedule for this week and just find even just 1 hour to do doTERRA. Do what I was saying, put your own life in, put your kids' life in, put your family life in, and then try to find 1 hour here or there and see. Everybody thinks they're busy, right? But I challenge you to try to find an hour here or there to fit a sales conversation in with people. Okay?
That's good.
Does everybody understand and has seen the video about the promotion that Matt and I are offering about the emotional aromatherapy kit?
Yes, that's awesome.
It's actually Karina and Emily as well. They're doing it. So if they enroll LRP, they get the free $100 emotional aromatherapy kit. And we really want everyone to try to come on the trip with us. So let's get going. And that's
awesome.
all. Anybody else have anything? Oh, deep good for 10 days.
Yeah, I got that done yesterday. I'm going to send to the chat room thing the link that Danica sent me this week for the Boyd Truman Pathway to Purpose. It's about an hour long. I loved it. I think Boyd and I are like the same person. He speaks to me very well, but I'm going to thanks Danica for that link.
You're welcome.
Because I really liked it. It teaches a lot, and mostly like the be brave or be bold or something. Like it's easy to go teach people these things, but that asking, like, do you want to sign up? Do you want to order? Is this something you're interested in? Some of us that's harder. So he's just saying, just be bold, be brave. It was good. It was like a full circle for me. Like I understood it, then he told me how to better myself, how to fill in those gaps. So.
And I love Emerge because that's always been something that's been hard for me. But now I have so much more confidence that I'm like, I can totally help you. I can do it efficiently. And I'm going to love it. You're going to love it instead of me being totally salesy and seem salesy.
Sandy and Boyd were saying the urgency. Just get so excited to share it with people. And you feel a sense of urgency because I can't believe you've been living without lavender. And so you just want to, you're so excited about it. You want to get them excited and that sense of urgency of just so they can sleep better from now on or whatever it is.
Yeah, so that's more of the mindset, and then this is the skills. So bring them both together, and you're gonna rock it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. So that was really helpful for me. So thanks, and I'll just put that on if anybody else wants to follow that link. So
Thank you. That's awesome. Anybody else have any thoughts?
I have to make some notes, mental notes for next time.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll get cut off, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So I was talking to somebody, I was getting my eyelashes done yesterday, and they were talking about essential oils, and this girl goes, I just order, and then she named some other brand, because you can just get online and order it. And I was like,